Welcome. In front of me is a REALME 16 Pro Plus, and today I will show you how you can enable power saving mode on this device. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top right side of your screen, which brings down your toggles, and somewhere in this area, which we have multiple pages of, should hopefully be able to find your power saving mode. Oh, there we go. It's actually on the first page. So there we go. We have power saving mode. Now, if you don't see this toggle anywhere, or you want to add additional one, you can click right here on this pencil. And we're going to then click on the plus right here in the corner and find a toggle from the list right here. I'm actually going to look for this one, Super Power Saving Mode. I'm going to click on it to add it. You can see it gets added. Click somewhere on an empty space, done, and it stays added. So this is a different power saving mode that we can also add. I'm going to start off with the normal one first and then move on to the super one. So to turn it on, you just simply click on it, and there is almost no information what the hell is happening. If we hold it, we might, let's see, get some info. Yes, we do. So when you click right here on custom, I think this is, yeah, power saving optimization turned on. So it's everything that will be happening. You can toggle some of these off if you don't like them, but going over them, we have things like change auto screen off time to 15 seconds, which you just experienced, change refresh rate to 60 frames per second, turn off air gestures, prevent notifications from waking up the screen, turn off always on display, turn off rise to wake, turn off edge lighting, turn off system haptics, and system sound. So these are things that will happen when this mode is enabled. You can toggle them off, like I mentioned, if you don't want them. And there might be one more that will be happening, which isn't mentioned right here, which is preventing applications from functioning in the background when you're not using the device, which would subsequently mean that it prevents applications from giving and even checking for notifications. So as an example, WhatsApp will not be able to notify you about a new message because WhatsApp will not be able to connect to the network when you're not using your device. And that means that it doesn't know that someone even sent you a message till that application connects to a network, which means when you usually start using your device, unlock it, you know. So something to keep in mind. Once you're done with this power saving mode, you can just toggle it off by clicking on this toggle right here, and you can see it's off, and that's about it. Now for the super power saving mode, which will be a more extensive kind of power management, you can utilize, well, the super power saving mode. This one will try to extend your battery life as much as it can, though judging by the time, it's not going to be doing it too freaking well, considering we have 52% and tells us that it's going to last 18 hours. Are you freaking kidding me? Should be lasting like 90 hours, not 18. What the hell are we doing here? Now you can clearly see things like wallpapers are gone. Application-wise, I think we're limited to only 9 applications in total right here. There is no app tray anymore, and there is very limited amount of toggles, and we do still have notifications. Now anyway, I'm gonna exit this mode by clicking right here and exit, and I'm gonna go back into the settings by holding the power saving mode, and in here you can quickly see the differences in power modes and how much battery you will get with each, or time remaining you'll get with each one of them. So right now in the normal mode, without any kind of power saving, we're about 16 hours of battery life. That's what we're going to be getting roughly. This is not exact kind of figure. This is not like to the minute accurate. It's a rough estimate, so keep that in mind. Things like brightness will impact your battery life. So just to demonstrate it, if I were to max out the battery life, this should probably drop the battery by like 1 to 2, maybe even 3 hours. And the time hasn't changed whatsoever, which means this phone doesn't check for current settings of the device to try to give you a more accurate estimation of time remaining. So this is just a rough one. Now besides that, we have the power saving mode, so it goes from 17 to it goes from 16 hours to 17 hours. So we get like 1 hour and like 16 minutes extra time. It's not good. I'm not gonna lie, it's not good. And then furthermore, from power saving mode to super power saving mode, we're getting like additional 1 more hour of battery life. Again, this is absolutely a joke when it comes down to it. If this is accurate, which I don't know, the rough estimate could be completely off, but I'm gonna assume if Realme is telling me that that's the time that I'm gonna be getting, that it is roughly close to what it actually will be. Then in this case, this is absolutely a useless piece of shit. You can optimize this device better yourself by changing some of the settings than what this mode actually offer you. And to give you an example of devices that do it correctly, Xiaomi, for instance, also has these 2 modes, the power saving mode and super power saving mode. And on Xiaomi, you're looking at from balanced mode to power saving mode. So let's say you have 15 in power saving mode, you're looking at 20 to 30 hours of battery life. And then from power saving mode to super power saving mode, if you're getting, or from more like balance, so you're getting in balanced 15 hours. In super power saving mode, you would be getting about 50 hours of battery life about. It's usually about triple the normal mode. Or was it potentially triple of the power saving mode? It was something ridiculous. It was basically tripling the battery life. So obviously here we just get a measly like couple hours of extra battery life with a massive limitations. Xiaomi also has these limitations, but the battery life there seems to be much more representative of what you are sacrificing. And for people that want to also manage their battery themselves a little bit better than this crappy thing can, what you could do is just pull down your toggles again and turn off everything that you don't use and turn down your brightness as much as you feel comfortable with while still being able to use the device. So things like Wi-Fi and mobile data. If you are outside of your home, turn off Wi-Fi. It's usually useless and it's trying to always connect to some shit, so it's just wasting your battery life. Location, if you're not using GPS navigation, turn that crap off, or needing to open up an application that requires it, because God forbid, you know, Facebook wouldn't know where the hell you're located, or Tinder, for instance, right? In this case, it will just prompt you to turn it on, otherwise it just refuses to work. But in most other circumstances, you can use your phone without it. Anyway, other things like hotspots, if you're using those, you can turn those off. NFC, you can turn that off. It's only primarily used for paying in stores, for the contactless payment. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, and also Bluetooth. If you're not listening to music or just using Bluetooth for some purpose, turn it off, and this will give you additional battery life as well. But going back to the brightness in reality will be the biggest power draw of anything. And lowering it down will give you the biggest gain in battery over any settings, any toggles, or anything. Power saving mode and everything else never even compares to just brightness. From max to halfway, you're going to be getting extra several hours of additional battery life, which is way more than you get with each one of these modes that you toggles, or that, yeah, they're going to be negligible compared to the brightness. So anyway, that's about it. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.